Mm. Hello, my loves. I don't know what that was. It's your girl Mint, and welcome back to my couch where I talk about things, but we won't be staying here because today we are doing our honey jar from the dollar store. Now, some of you may be wondering, what is a honey jar? What do you use it for? Or what are you talking about? Well,
a honey jar, or sweetening jar, if you will, is a jar that is made to sweeten up or entice an energy onto your desires. Say you have a boss who is a big pain in your butt. Putting his name, as well as honey, and maybe some loving or gentle or be nicer to me herbs in this jar and stirring it up will ensure that your boss is now treating you with sweetness and loving respect instead of treating you like a piece of doo-doo. So, you can put anything you'd like in a sweetening jar or honey jar. It's great for friendships, it's great for finances, it's great for finding a house, finding a lover, it's great for health. Basically, anything that you want to have in your favor and have it come in a sugary sweet package, you will put in your honey jar.
so let's go ahead and get started. Hello, homies. Okay, so we are on our way to the dollar store. I'm just gonna go to the Dollar Tree. You can go to whatever dollar store you want to, or you can get this stuff in the grocery store. The dollar store is just $1, so that's what we like. So here we go! Sidetracked by fall. Okay, so here we are in the spice aisle. Got loads of different spices here that we can totally use for magic, and exactly what we're looking for. The honey. Now, if you want, you can get yourself some ground cinnamon, because I will be using cinnamon in the honey jar. They also have cloves here. I mean, you can literally get so many herbs here. Basil is also great for a honey jar, depending on what it is that you're trying to attract. But if we're making just the basic one, all you really need is honey, cinnamon, and a jar. Okay, so we just made it down the candle aisle. Dollar Store has these really cute little jars of shells that are great. They're the perfect size for a little honey jar. So you can grab yourself one of these and you can dump out the shells and use this. You can even use like a baby food jar. That's also perfect. I like to use these because they have the cork and you can seal them with wax. So I think I'm gonna grab one of these. Okay, so the dollar store was a trip today. It was a mess in there. Usually the dollar store is pretty clean, which I know is rare for a Dollar Tree, but it was really, really a hot mess in there today. And you can tell that people have been just doing whatever they wanted to do when they went in there. I felt so badly for the employees because there were 3 people there and the place was just like on the floor, food everywhere. It was nasty. Anyway, now that we have our ingredients, we went ahead and got some honey, and I got this jar. It is full of shells, but I think it will be a perfect jar for our honey jar. And that's basically all you really need. You don't have to go ahead and get anything else. I also have some parchment paper that I'm going to be using. You can also use parchment paper, or you can use regular paper, or a color paper that pertains to what you want. I'm using gold for success, and I'm also using this lovely sort of light pale blue, which is a very healing color for me. Am I blurry? No. I'm going to be writing a sigil for success on this one, and then I'm going to be writing my health requests on this one. And not really requests or desires. These are, and they're not demands either. They're basically what I'm getting. When you're doing a honey jar, or when you're doing any magic in general, you're writing what you're getting. You're not writing what you want. You're not writing what you think will be cool to get. You're not writing your wish that you know will never come true. You're writing what you're getting, because after the spell is done, you're getting it. You have to have confidence in your magic before you even start, because if you don't, it's going to be a motorcycle driving down the street. You know? Have confidence in what you're doing, because you are powerful and you can get what you want. Right? If you want some ice cream, you get some money, you go get some ice cream. This is basically the same thing. You're writing down what you're getting. I'm going to be using some lemongrass in mine. Lemongrass is very healing. It's very calming and cooling for the body. It's a great tea as well. I love drinking lemongrass tea. It's very, very like calming for my stomach. It's very immune system boosting. It's really great. I'm also using a bay leaf, because bay leaves are also really great for attracting things to you. I'm also going to be using a cinnamon stick. Now, cinnamon I use in lots and lots and lots of magic because it is an instant attraction tool. It's going to attract, oh, one second. Yeah, there was another herb that I told you just to get some of it and just have it, and I forget what it was, but cinnamon. They're just going to attract what you want. And they smell incredible. So in my jar, I'm going to be putting a cinnamon stick, a bay leaf, some lemongrass, honey, and my petitions, what I'm going to be getting, what I'm asking for. So first things first, you want to make sure that your space is cleansed and that it's pure and ready for the energy that you're putting into it. And then after that, you can go ahead and get started. You don't have to light any candles. You don't have to have anything else involved. You can literally just have your jar and your honey and a piece of paper and a pen. So I cut down my little piece of gold paper to be about a square to make sure that it will actually fit inside of my little jar. I'm gonna go ahead and dump out my jar's contents. And like I said before, you can use a baby food jar. You can use any kind of jar. For the money one that we're making later, I'm using a maple syrup jar, which I think is absolutely perfect. It's the perfect size and it's glass. I do recommend using glass instead of anything else because glass will last forever and because it is sturdier and you won't have to worry about anything spilling out or gloobing out or anything like that. So after I've emptied out my jar, I can keep those shells because a black shell is great for emotional release and for emotional ties to be cut. Like if you're, say, you don't want to care about someone anymore or you're trying to cut ties with someone, putting black shells in that magically helps. So I'm gonna remove all the stickers and everything from my jar. I want it to just represent me. I don't want it to represent like, you know, Jergens or, you know, Johnson & Johnson or Nabisco. I'm not Nabisco. I don't want Nabisco to have my health spell, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Is Nabisco even a thing anymore? I have no idea. I'm so old. Companies that I talk about, people are like, who? And I'm like, oh, right. Woolworths isn't here anymore, is it? Woolworths is closed, isn't it? Anyway, who remembers Woolworths? Shout out in the comments. I'm going to go wash this. I'm just going to use soap and water just to clean it first. And then I'm going to rinse out the inside with Florida water. And then I will also smoke cleanse it. Thorough. So I went ahead and I cleaned my jar completely. Pro tip, if you're someone who recycles jars, which, I mean, most witches do, recycling is important. Dawn gets the sticker off of anything. Dawn dish soap will get the sticker off of anything. Yes, you could boil it. Yes, there are all kinds of blah, 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 blah. Dawn is the easiest thing. If you just buy Dawn, you get your dishes washed and you get the stickers off. 2 in 1. Okay, so now I'm going to create my sigil for success. You can use a symbol that you've already seen or that you've already found for success. You can literally just use a star. A star is a symbol of success. You can use a crown as a symbol of success, or you can take the word success and break down each letter and create a symbol with just the word itself. Star is a symbol that I've used throughout my entire life. It's something that means a lot to me. It's very simple, it's very easy, and I know that star holds a lot of energy when it comes to success. Whenever someone does something great, like say you're in school, you're in preschool, and you do something great, what do you get? You get a gold star. What happens when you become really successful and people are like, oh my gosh, you're such a star? A star is a huge symbol for success. Don't knock it. I'm just gonna use a star because it already has loads and loads of energy built up from hundreds of thousands of people from around the world using the star as a symbol for success. So while you're drawing your symbols and while you're writing everything that you're going to put into your jar, you're going to be very thorough in your visualization and concentration and thinking about exactly what you're getting when this jar is being made. Hey, sweetie girl. Hello. I'm an angry face. So, popped it right in there. Now I'm going to write my health requests or my health I'm gonna get 'ems. Who taught you to talk, girl? Sorry, I keep looking over here because I forgot that I flipped my phone around. So you're going to roll up your petition. What I like to do is roll mine up and lick it. Sealing the paper together and also adding my saliva, adding a part of myself to this jar because it's working for me. So this way it has my DNA easily identifiable. After that, I'm going to go ahead and place my herbs in here. Putting my lemongrass in here. And like I said, the whole time that you're doing this, the whole time that you're adding herbs, the whole time that you're adding whatever you're putting into your honey jar, you're visualizing yourself having those things that you're writing in here. Make sure you visualize your expression, your face, your happiness, your joy, your money, your love, your puppy, whatever it is that you're getting, visualize it. You don't want to just have it for the first day. You don't want to just get it and then it's gone. You want to get it and you want to live with it forever, right? So just make sure that you're seeing yourself going on down the line, living with whatever this is. Okay, getting emotional. Put my bay leaf into the jar. And now I'm going to fill the jar with honey. First, I gotta open it. Okay, so a lot of people ask me if you can use vegan honey or if you can use, you know, some kind of other sweetener, and 100% absolutely. If you want to use classic items that people have used for thousands and thousands of years, yes, you can use that as well. But if you are sensitive to those things, magic changes with the times. Products and their uses change with times. You can use whatever is suited to your practice. Remember that this is your personal practice. And even though there are loads of people telling you what to do, how to do it, what to use, blah, 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 you use what feels right for you, because your magic is coming from you. It's not coming from me. It's not coming from, you know, Madam so-and-so. It's coming from you. So it has to feel right for you. We're gonna go ahead and squeeze that honey into our jar. I am using gold glitter as well. Fill it right up to the top. I'm going to give mine a couple of tosses. Close your eyes, visualize, feel it happening for you. Don't just, you know, do it and then you're done and walk away. You are the person who's making this happen. You are putting your energy into this. So really put your energy into it. Rub it between your hands, get really involved with it. Now you can see my completed honey jar. And also, if you have a candle that is also going toward this purpose, you will take, you can take the wax from that candle and seal your honey jar with that. I do have a healing candle that I'm going to be working with later, and then I'm going to pour the wax on it when I'm done working with that candle. You can also put your name on your honey jar. You can put your name inside your honey jar. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put my name on another piece of gold success paper. I'm going to tie it around my honey jar. So I have gone ahead and written my name on another piece of golden parchment paper, and I tied it around the outside of my honey jar. We've got our glitter in there. We've got everything you wanted in there. It's all finished, all complete. Whatever you want to contribute to your jar, that's important to you. Nobody else has anything to do with it. So don't worry about someone telling you you have to put in your toenail. You don't have to put in your toenail. And like I said before, I'm going to be working with a health candle later when the melted wax will go on here and seal it. You don't have to seal your honey jar with wax if you don't want to. It is a really good practice though to do so. It adds another element into your honey jar. Oh, it's so hot. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope that it was easy, that I made sense, and that I wasn't confusing or you know, whatever. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. I've got some new items in the shop as per usual, so please check that out. And have a beautiful, wonderful, magical day. Tell yourself that you love yourself because you're wonderful and I love you.